The Fort Peck Dam is the largest filled dam in the world. 80 years ago, it officially opened in eastern Montana. It was and still is one of the greatest engineering marvels of all time, and its construction helped save the state during the Great Depression. Q2's Krista Rose recently traveled to Fort Peck to learn more about this incredible project and its place in Montana history.
Imagine it's 1933. America is in the depths of the Great Depression. There's no work to be had and food is scarce. Many around the country and here in Montana were in despair and the future looked grim. But one man gave them hope. His name? Franklin Delano Roosevelt. When Roosevelt took office that same year, he and many in the government set to the task of getting the country back to work. And one of the first places he turned was to Montana.
There had long been plans to control the flooding on the Missouri River, and the best way to do that was through a series of dams, the largest of which would be built right here in eastern Montana. What would follow next would be one of the largest construction projects in human history.
To get more of a sense of the size and scope of this project, I stopped by the Fort Peck Interpretive Center, run by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and spoke to Director Sue Dalby.
The dam itself was huge, 4 miles long, out here in the middle of the northeastern prairie. It was almost 3/4 of a mile wide at the base, 250 feet tall, and just 50 feet wide at the top for Highway 24 to go across. The spillway alone is over a mile long, a concrete chute that handles floodwaters when we need that, and hundreds of miles of roads developed, 50 miles of train tracks developed to haul supplies and gravel. It was just a massive project.
A massive project that at its height saw over 10,000 workers, all living in temporary Corps barracks or makeshift boom towns, complete with schools, churches, restaurants, bars, and even a theater. And while people came from all over the country to work here, it was Montanans who had the first crack at jobs.
Many of them came from all over Montana. The Depression had hit Montana, 10 years prior to 1933. They were already suffering through the Dust Bowl. And so many Montanans came over to Fort Peck to work on the dam. The railroads were, really saw a benefit from the project. Power was brought from Great Falls. Contractors from all over the state and across the nation really were brought in to work on the dam as well. From surveying to seismographic work to trucking, gravel pits, digging excavation companies, you name it, they were needed in this project.
Work at the dam was round the clock. It was grueling and not without hardship. In fact, some 60 people died during the construction. Today, there's a memorial that sits overlooking the dam to commemorate those who were lost.
Despite the setbacks on the project, the workers forged on, and in October of 1940, work was completed and the dam officially opened. Today, the dam is a massive power station. It also helps control flooding along the Missouri River, not to mention being a great place to catch some fish. But Sue thinks its legacy goes a little bit deeper than that.
I think the Fort Peck Dam illustrates the human aspect of Montana and the rest of the nation in the 1930s and how it really helped people make it through some tough times together. They found each other, did things for each other, and enjoyed each other's company. People really came out of the construction of the Fort Peck Dam era with a feeling of gratitude as well as accomplishment.
An accomplishment that is a testament to hard work, innovation, fortitude, and the belief that no matter what walk of life we come from, if we come together and have common vision, we can do great things. Reporting at the Fort Peck Dam, Krista Rose, MTN News.
Thank you, Chris, and also a thank you to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the Fort Peck Interpretive Center for all the historical photos and video. And to learn more about the Fort Peck Dam, you can check out this story on KTVQ.com.